Hello guys, my name is Aman and welcome to the live stream. We are diving into a crucial and often misunderstood topic today, bipolar disorder. Okay, so if you are joining us, please hit that like button and let me know in the chat where you are watching from. We are here to break down the essentials, the definition, what causes it, the symptoms, how it affects the brain, pathology, and most importantly, the effective treatments available. A quick important note before we start. This stream is for educational and awareness. I am not your doctor and this is not a medical advice. If you or someone you know is in crisis, please contact your local emergency services or mental health helpline immediately. I'll drop some resources in the description box and pinned comment right now. Let's set some community rules for the chat. Be kind, be respectful, and practice empathy. Share your experience if you feel comfortable, but please avoid making diagnosis or giving specific medical advice. We are a supportive community here. Let's start with the most basic question. What is bipolar disorder? Okay, so guys, we are going to start with the most basic question. What is bipolar disorder? So simply put, it is a brain disorder that causes unusual shifts in mood, energy, activity levels, and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. It was formerly known as manic depression. So there you have it, guys. A bipolar disorder, as I explained what it is. It was previously called manic depression. It usually causes shifts in mood, energy, activity level, and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. So that is bipolar disorder, which was formerly known as manic depression. So these shifts in mood are called mood episodes, and they fall into three main categories: mania, hypomania, and depression. Okay. So bipolar defined by the presence of at least one manic episode. These are severe and may require hospitalization. Depressive episodes are common but not required for a bipolar diagnosis. Bipolar 2 disorder, defined by having at least one major depressive episode and at least one hypomanic episode. Hypomania is a less severe version of mania, but it's still an abnormal change for your typical mood. Okay, so guys, if you have any health related question, you can ask in the comment in the chat below and I will answer that question. And we were right at clythemic disorder. Involves chronic mood swings, many periods of hypomaniac and depressive symptoms for at least 2 years, but they are less severe and don't meet the full criteria for manic or major depressive episodes. So now let's look at the symptoms. Understanding this is the key to recognizing the disorder. So the symptoms would be symptoms of manic episode: the highs, disease, need for sleep, decreased need for sleep, feeling rested after only 2-3 hours, racing thoughts and fast pressured speech. Guys, remember, racing thoughts and fast pressured speech, grandiosity, unrealistic belief in one's own abilities or importance, increased goal directed activity like cleaning all night or starting 10 new projects, and impulsive or risky behavior, speeding spree, substance use, reckless driving. So guys, these are the things. And symptoms of depressive episode: the lows, These are similar to clinical depression, profound sadness or hopelessness, loss of interest or pleasure in almost all activities, significant change in appetite or weight, fatigue or loss of energy, difficulty concentrating or making decision, and tragic thoughts of death or suicide. So guys, that's it. And let's now discuss like what causes bipolar disorder. Like any mental health condition, there is no single cause. It's a complex interplay of factors. First is genetics. It is highly heritable. If a first degree relative, parent or sibling has it, your risk is significantly higher. It's not one single gene but a combination of genes. So guys, genetics plays a really big factor in the causes of bipolar disorder. So guys, and the second one is biological differences. Research show physical differences and imbalance in the brains of people with bipolar disorder, specifically changes in the structure or function of the areas like prefrontal cortex, which handles executive functions, and imbalance in key neurotransmitter like dopamine and serotonin. This is a core pathology, a biological disruption in mood regulation circuits. So guys, as you see, the biological difference is also plays a main character in causing bipolar disorder. And we move on to number 3, that is environmental factors. A stressful life events, trauma or substance use can often trigger the first episode in someone who already is genetically vulnerable. So guys, the great news is that bipolar disorder is manageable. Treatment is often multifaceted, involving medication, therapy and lifestyle changes. So pharmacotherapy, let's talk about the medication. This is a bedrock of treatment. The primary class is mood stabilizer. Lithium is the most well known and highly effective, especially for preventing manic episode and reducing suicide risk. So guys, remember, as I talk about mood stabilizer, lithium, it is very highly effective for anybody thinking of suiciding, committing suicide. So guys, remember, other mood stabilizers include certain anticonvulsant like valproate and lamotrigine. Antipsychotics are also used particularly during acute manic or depressive episodes. So guys, remember these medications. And a critical note, an antidepressant, they must be used very carefully and almost always in combination with the mood stabilizer, because they can sometimes trigger manic episode in people with bipolar disorder. And let's talk about the therapy. There is also an option where we can give a talk therapy. Therapy helps you manage stress and relationship and stick to treatment plan. Key types include cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, which helps identify and change negative thought patterns, and interpersonal and social rhythm therapy, IPSRT. This is specifically great for bipolar disorder because it focuses on stabilizing daily routines and sleep cycles. So guys, remember that lifestyle and wellness changes are also important. Consistent sleep is arguably the single most important non-medication factor. Guys, remember, consistent sleep is very important in reducing the symptoms of this bipolar disorder. A good routine exercise, a balanced diet, and avoiding drugs and alcohol are all essential for stability. So guys, if you want to feel stable, so avoiding alcohol, sleeping at least 8 to 10 hours, is very very important for stabilizing your head. So guys, if you have any question, you can ask me in the chat below. So guys, let's talk. We covered a lot of ground, we defined it, looked at the terrifying swings of mania and depression, understood the genetics and brain chemistry, and discussed effective treatment plans. I'm going to start pulling questions from the chat now. If you have any questions about anything we've covered, please drop in the chat below so I can spot it easily. That's all we have questions today. Thank you guys. So guys, we are done with the bipolar disorder. If anybody has any question regarding that, they can ask in the chat below. And guys, we are going to move to our next session, which is a myth busting session where we will bust some common health myths. So guys, stick with it. It is going to be very interesting. So most people believe these health myths every single day, and some of them can quietly damage your body without you realizing it. In this live session, I will bust 100 common health myths and give you the clear science-based truth in simple language. Stay till the end because many of these myths are still believed by doctors, gyms, families, and social medias. Let's begin with myth number 1, that is sweating more means you are burning more fat. So I would say that sweat only means your body is cooling itself. Fat loss depends on calorie balance, not sweat. So guys, there we have our first myth, which was sweating more means you are burning more fat. No, exactly no, because sweat only means your body is cooling itself. Fat loss depends on calorie balance, not sweat. So there goes our first myth. And let's see what is the second. Second one is drinking cold water causes cold or a sore throat. So cold are caused by viruses, not temperature of water. So there we have our second myth. Let's move on to myth number 3. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. So I said that study shows no link between cracking knuckles and arthritis. So guys, we have busted total 3 myths and we are moving forward to myth number 4, that is skipping meals helps you lose weight faster. So I would say that skipping meal often slows metabolism and leads to overeating later. And we would move on to myth number 5, sugar directly causes diabetes. So guys, this is another myth, that is sugar causes directly diabetes. So diabetes is caused by insulin resistance and lifestyle, not sugar alone. So remember that guys, diabetes is not caused by sugar alone, it is caused by insulin resistance and lifestyle changes also. And let's move on to myth number 6, and which is all fats are bad for your health. So I would say that healthy fats like nuts, seeds and olive oil are essential for the body. Let's move on to myth number 7, eggs dangerously raise cholesterol. Eggs raises good cholesterol in most people and safe in moderation. Myth number 8 is detox drinks cleans toxins from your body. So I would say that your liver and kidneys already detox your body naturally. Let's wait.
Voice is simply faster, more natural, and more flexible than typing. He said he's a
So guys, stay tuned. We are going for myth number 8. So guys, we are moving to myth number 8. Sorry, myth number 9. More protein always means more muscle. So I would say that muscle growth needs training, rest, balanced nutrition, not protein alone. So guys, you heard it. Muscle growth needs training, rest, balanced nutrition. All right, with protein. And let's move on to myth number 10. Eating late at night always causes weight gain. So I would say that totally daily calories matter more than meal timing. So we would move on to myth number 11. Cardio is better than weight training for fat loss. So the truth is strength training burns fat and builds muscle long term. So that is that. So myth number 12 is if you are not sure your workout was useless. So guys, this myth I always get a lot of time, and this is mostly youngsters that they think that training more, training till you are sore in pain, it will help you gain more muscle, or your workout was useless. So guys, this is absolutely false. uh, while you are young, you have adrenaline, you have that power, that fire in you, so you think that, but it is actually not helpful at all. You have to do your reps according to your diet, your physique, your capacity, and you have to also give your muscles the same amount of rest, the care. Resting is very important. That's why I'm saying that, because when you are resting, you are building your muscle more, they are getting more stronger, your bones, your joints are healing. So that's that. And we would move on to myth number 13. supplements can replace real food. So I would say that supplements only support a diet, they cannot replace whole foods. All right, so supplements cannot replace whole foods. And let's move on to myth number 14, which is herbal products are always safe. So I would say that herbal products can have side effects and drug interactions. They could have side effects, alright guys. So don't always think that herbal product is safe because it is natural. They can have side effects, and also if you are taking any drugs for your whichever condition you have, like diabetes or arthritis, it can interfere with it as well. So be careful. And let's move on to myth number 15. Pain always means serious damage. So I would say that pain came from tension, weakness, or temporary inflammation. Pain can come from, okay, so these were my thoughts. And we would move on to myth number 16. Exercising every day is necessary for results. So as I said previously, rest days are essential for recovery and progress. We would move on to myth number 17. We would move on to myth number 17, guys. Alright, if you have any question regarding your health, you can ask in the chat below. I would answer it. So guys, as we were at myth number 18, which is starving yourself resets metabolism. So I would say that starvation slows metabolisms and harms hormones. So don't starve yourself. Let's move on to myth number 19, which is gym workouts stop height growth. So guys, this is another, we get a lot of this, that the gym workouts actually stop your growth. So I would say that proper training does not affect your height. So if you are training properly according to your height, your weight, your you're doing weightlifting with enough weight of your size that suits you, that your muscles respond to that weight, So you're training properly and it will not affect your height. Remember that. So another myth is drinking water during meals causes fat gain. So I would say that water does not turn into fat and it helps in digestion. So whenever you're drinking meal, drinking while eating a meal, water does not turn into fat and it also helps in digestion. So guys, this is another, we get a lot of this, that the gym workouts actually. So guys, there you have it. We talked about bipolar disorder, it causes, treatments, symptoms. So I hope this live stream was helpful for you. And let's move on to myth number 20. So 21, brown sugar is much healthier than white sugar. So guys, this is another myth, that is brown sugar is healthier than white sugar. So I would say that both sugars affect you almost the same. It does not matter which sugar you take, brown sugar, if you take white sugar, they are both going to affect your body the same way. And let's move on to myth number 22. Himalayan salt is far healthier than normal salt. So guys, I hope you heard that there is this myth which is, guys are talking about that Himalayan salt is healthier than normal salt. So I would say that both are sodium, both are very high in sodium, so you should limit both of them. Okay. And we would move on to myth number 23, which is skipping breakfast ruins metabolism. So I would say that breakfast timing depends on lifestyle, not metabolism damage. And we would move on to myth number 24. Fruits are bad because they contain sugar. So I would say that fruit also contains fiber, vitamins and antioxidants. So there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment box below. And if you like this live stream, give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.